We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love.
All right, it's go time with Duchess. So I've been watching her on the camera. She has been very slow today. Her ligaments were gone this morning and she's still going slow. So she was like licking the side of the feeder and that's how I knew, oh, okay, maybe she's getting closer. And she did a couple pushes. But I'm gonna give her some calcium, which is a great way to sort of like get things moving along, or just making sure that she has calcium. That's not a reason why things are going slower. We saw Wednesday deliver and now we've seen how fast it can go, but that's not really normal. It can really go a long time with these first fresheners. So I'm not worried or anything, but just gonna make sure that she has enough calcium to get things moving along. How's everybody on this side? You got cute little babies? Hi. I don't know which one you are because I can't see your collar from here. I think that's Simon. Hi, Simon. Definitely feeling some contractions here. She's got her tongue ready to go. Yeah, you yawning. That's kind of a pain response. They yawn when they are uncomfortable. So they do that a lot during labor. So we did try the doling method on her as well. Though I should say, we were not sure on when she had actually started heat. So I don't know if we really can say we did do the doling method. Now I'm not gonna claim that I did it since we got 3 bucklings the first time with Wednesday. Although I should say, it's not that it's not like based in science, it's something that people have done for years and years. But, you know, maybe you didn't catch heat early enough. That's the thing. It all relies on if you caught it early enough, and maybe you didn't. Maybe they came into heat in the middle of the night and you just noticed it in the morning. So even though you think it might not be a tried and true thing, I think it is. For the last 2 years we've swung pretty far doling ways. You got your weave and reap hat on and everything.
Represent.
And you got 2 jackets.
2 jackets.
Good job. Then also, we're gonna see if we get some golds again.
Oh.
Because the gold thing, that's the thing we're trying to figure out. Does Pokey carry anything else other than gold? Is he a gold carrying gold, or is he a gold carrying Chevrolet or buckskin or black? I don't know. I think we're gonna have a bunch of gold kids. That's a little push. She's gonna push while she's standing up. Oh, and the last thing is, on the initial ultrasound of Duchess, I'll put it right here, we saw 4. But then she didn't really get really big, and then I looked back and I thought maybe just 2. So I'm hoping for at least 2. If there's more, that's great, but I just want 2 because I don't really like singletons. They tend to make the udder lopsided, and let's hope for 2. All right, I gotta show you guys. You're the audience, and everybody's gonna wonder what your voices are like. All right, we've got an audience this time. We've got Ethan and Emma here, and Kevin, and we were gonna turn on Downton Abbey, but now she started to push, so I think we're ready. Well, after about 30 to 45 minutes of her pretty intensely pushing, it was time for me to check and see what was going on. So I did kind of an initial feel to see what was going on, and all I felt was a bubble, which means something was malpositioned. So I went in a little further. This is the hardest part for the doe. She feels a lot of pressure against the ring of that dilated cervix, and she does not like it. She tries to push back. Usually once you get past that point though, it's a little easier on the doe and you're able to move things around a little bit better. So I discovered we had a kid in this position, but it's not exactly this drawing. The kid was way more folded over, almost bent in half. There was a head on one side and the ribs on the other, and I almost thought for a second that 2 kids were coming out at once, but no, actually it was just one really small kid, folded in half almost, and she was just hell-bent on pushing. It was so difficult. We tried to get her to stand up to make it easier maybe, and that helped a little bit, but she was such a good pusher, and almost to her detriment, because about halfway through here I realized this kid's coming out no matter what. Let's just get it out. And she did one big push, and this mangled, half folded over mess of a tiny kid came right out. Oh, he was all coming spine first. That was the problem. I don't know if this one's... There he goes. Just took a breath. This other one's coming right now.
Oh my gosh.
It's a doubling.
There it
Here,
is.
let her lick that. Oh, that one's really little.
She's a machine.
It's easy when she gets all switched on. She likes them spine first.
It's so hard because she's trying to push and I couldn't rearrange. This one is also a doeling. Okay, 2 doelings, 1 big one, 1 little one. Oh my goodness. Jeez.
You think that's it? Just 2?
Nope, there's another one right here.
Oh my gosh. These are so skinny ones.
This one's a good presentation. It's just a head. See that? That's perfect. And like, see, it'll be so easy for her to push out. Look at that. Look how easy it comes out.
Gosh.
If it wasn't spine first.
This is
How
crazy.
did she have 3?
It's that first one. That first one had its spine first because she's weaker. See that one? How it's little? It's little. And I know. This one is also a doeling. 3 doelings. Oh my gosh. Okay, you got 3. Get to work.
Oh, she's cute. Look at her little spot.
That first one was what was
Yeah.
blocking it up. And it was really how she was presenting was like ribs first.
That's crazy.
See how she came out? She was
Yeah.
all like tumbled over. The only reason she was able to get her out was because she was little.
Yeah.
Well, good job.
Good job.
Oh my, let's check to see if they actually are doeling. Yep, doeling. Where's that one? Doeling. Let's see that one's little butt.
Little baby one.
And doeling. 3 doelings.
That's crazy.
Oh
To
my-
match the $3.
Yeah. Go.
That's the
Oh, that
I
little one
know.
is cute.
So
Do you want that one instead so we don't get over?
No, it'll come off of them as they dry.
Is there any other due?
Not till March 4th is River. So we have a whole over a month. So we'll raise these ones up and get excited for the next. And then it's a lot. It's 4 in March, and it's like every 5 days there's another one. So it'll be pretty busy. So Lydia will be down for spring break, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Here, Ethan, FaceTime Lydia for me. And
There's one tiny one who's gold, and then there's 2 chamois.
she had triplets. And Lydia, guess what sex they are. You can
2
see.
girls, 1 boy is my prediction.
2 girls, 1 boy. How about 3 girls?
Nice! Yay, that is good.
A lot better than those
Very,
3
very
boys.
Yeah.
They'll be a fun crew though
Wow.
together.
Dude, are they all look different, don't they?
Yeah.
Did they both have 3? What were our predictions for them?
Well, it was 4 for Duchess and it was 3 for Olive, so she must have lost 1. But we saw.
Olive.
You, dang it!
Wednesday.
All right, time to get up, girly girl.
Wednesday says I don't buy.
You want more babies?
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
You're good. You're good. We're gonna give you lots of pain meds. You'll feel better.
That little tongue.
I know they don't have their tongue right under it. That was a good first try. We did that with them, and they're so good at it now. I bet you if I did the youngest one, she'd be best because she's oldest.
Are you stepping on her?
One for baby.
Get your tongue under it. Yeah, I think they're better when they're a little older too. Let's do you because you're the oldest. I bet you're gonna be better.
Got some wood in there.
Oh yeah, your little mouth is tiny. Let's shove that in there. Bloop. Yeah, when they're a little older, they're just a little bit better at it. Like that, Nummy. You're gonna grow really strong and really fast. Oh, good job. Can you believe we got 3 dolings, Kevin? That is so funny. That is so funny. Let's get your butt.
Our doling method works so well sometimes, and then
Because we must have not caught it early enough for Wednesday. I think what happened is that I noticed she was in heat in the morning. I noticed she was in heat in the morning, but she could have gone into heat in the middle of the night.
Yes.
And been in heat all night, you know. All right, 3 dolings.
What a
I
difference.
can't believe it. What a difference. I was not happy about that first one being bad.
Oh my gosh.
It's not fun when that happens. And this is the part where when you're breeding goats and you're raising goats, you gotta know when to go in, when to help. She was pushing and pushing and pushing. And as it got more intense, nothing was presenting. So I went in and felt just first to see if there was maybe a nose or something or a butt, and there was nothing. So then I go further in, and yeah, it was definitely presenting like ribs first with its head down and back and all sorts of things. And this is the part where it's like people will say, oh, just don't do anything, and you know, they'll figure it out. But guarantee you, if I hadn't gone in, that first one would have died, and then she would have still delivered it eventually, but it would have died, and then we would have had 2 healthy other dolings, but we would have lost the first one. So sometimes you just have to go in and be brave and help turn things around a little bit. But it was actually not very successful in me turning it around. Having my hand in there, usually when you put your hand in, they want to push more, and she was just like hell-bent pushing against my hand. And so the kid just kind of came out. But the only reason she came out was because she was so small.
Yeah.
If she had been bigger, she would have never come out all folded in half like she did. Well, no, look, you're warm now. What happened? How come you were so crazy in there? Yeah, she is a lot smaller than these 2 over
Oh
here.
my gosh, yeah.
But remember, we just had a free martin, so I know I'm gonna get a couple questions on if this little one would be a free martin, but no, she wouldn't, just because she's small, because there were no males in the litter. There were 3 females, so not possible. She's just small. Huh. You getting warm now? She is going to town licking those girls. Gotta go back over to her. Oh my gosh. Look at those 3 dolings. I really like that one.
Oh, really?
Right here.
I love colors too.
She's just, what I'm looking for is more width. Because she's nice. She could be a little wider. That one looks really nice right here. This one right here.
Yeah, she's wide.
She looks wide right now, but I mean, I don't know. She's still got to unfold a little bit. We'll see. We'll see if Pokey put his little nice width into them. Time for the molasses water. There we go. Is that Nummy? They always drink it up, don't they?
Yeah.
That's so good, nice and warm. Okay. Oh, that one's already cut, but I'm gonna do one little fresh cut so we can clean it really good. Okay. Okay.
Okay. the runt.
Okay, we get to do pink sweaters.
Good job.
It's gonna keep you warm. Pop the ears out.
The ears.
It's alright, it's gonna be kind of big,
Kind of big.
but it'll keep you warm. That's all we care about.
A little.
There you go.
Little
Little
run.
big. There you go.
Okay.
All good. Good morning. Hi. How's everybody? Oh, how's the little one? Okay, we'll get to you in just a minute. Okay. Wednesday is so good at knowing the routine. And remember how she walked really bad and she would fall to the ground? She's been doing that forever until we started taking the walk to the milking station where the grain is. Well, now she's doing so good. Come on. You know the routine. Go this way. Go up. Good job. Okay. That's filling up with milk. Now what we've been doing, so we've been covering her with teat tape because now is the time. Put your leg down. That we need to have that milk in the morning to feed back to the babies. It might be kind of hard to understand, but the reason that we're doing this is so we can hybrid raise and we can bottle feed at the same time while mama is raising them. And in years past, what we used to do was let mom take care of them for a full week or maybe even 2, and then we would get in there and try to bottle feed. And honestly, it's so hard. The babies at that point are so trained to mom's udder and her teats that they don't want anything to do with you. And it really is hard. If you're a goat breeder, you know what I'm talking about. So what I noticed is that in years past when we bottle fed babies, like we've had to bring them inside like Cricket, I noticed that they slept through, like they didn't wake up and cry for food on the second night. And so I found that kind of interesting. The first night they needed food around the clock, but then by the second night, they were like a newborn baby, you know, they slept through the night. And they wouldn't wake up, they were fine, and then in the morning they were hungry and they would eat. She's being so great for a first timer. Like, look at this, I can milk her and she rarely kicks. So this is my new hybrid method, which has like worked so well. On the first night, they get full access to mom. They get a little bottle training from us right after they were born, but they get their first night full access. But then the next night we start the separation, and by separation, the least stressful separation is just to cover her udder instead of pulling her away and having them be alone. So what we did was just put a little bit of teat tape on there, and you'd think the babies would be upset and be trying to nurse from her all night, but they actually sleep through the night. That's probably enough. They actually sleep through the night on that second night. And why the teat tape is on there is so that in the early morning they don't get their first drink until we get to feed them first, because that's honestly the best way to bottle train, when they're hungry in the morning. So we wake up early, we milk out from the mom, and then I'm gonna feed this back to the babies. She's got some comfy food there. Gotta give her some probiotics. And this seems kind of strange, like why don't you just let the moms raise the babies? But it's because we need to keep the babies friendly, and babies love to be naughty and wild. And once they're wild, it's really hard. If you've owned goats before, you know it's really hard to get them back to being friendly. It's almost like there's always a little bit of skittishness there. I had this problem with Tatum, I've had this problem with Fern, I've had it with a lot of different goats that I've raised myself. I've spent a lot of time hand raising and touching, and they just still are a little bit skittish and don't like humans. So we need them to love us, and the way that they love us is if we feed them back some of their mom's milk from a bottle. So I got about a cup from her. She still has a lot left. We're gonna feed this to the babies first, and then we'll put them back. So essentially my hybrid method, my new hybrid method, is separating them as early as the second night. But when I say separating, I mean covering her teats with tape so that they can't get that first drink in the morning, because they're gonna sleep through the night on that second night, but they're gonna try to nurse her in the morning, and I want to hurry and get in there before they do. So I'm gonna write a blog post on fully on how I do it, and it worked so well for those bucklings. Like now they're eating from us just fine, and we don't have to go through this like really hard period of forcing the bottle down their throats and them fighting us when they're a week or 2 weeks old. And it's the best of both worlds. Mama never really has to be separated from her babies. Everybody's happy, everybody's keeping each other warm. It's just that we are sneaky. We put that little tape on there so that we can get that first feeding in before they do. Now, I use kinesiology tape. This works best in the early first week, and then they get sneaky and they learn how to take it off. So they do make things called udder bras for goats. They do this specifically for when you need to separate the dam and the kids, but you don't want to like separate. You just want to keep them from nursing. They're also for when the goat's udder's hanging really low, but in those cases you really shouldn't breed those goats. So we're already on, you Simon, you got your sweater off. We're already on day 5. And they're doing so good. I can tell, even though I have to help them get this bottle in their mouths, they're pushing against me instead of pulling away, meaning that they know that I'm giving them food. So this is so great. Like, I love this method because they're all nibbling on me, they're all gonna be friendly, and I get to give the first feeding of the day. Hi. Oh, is that so yummy and warm? Before they get to be with mom all day.
Theodore.
He's doing so good.
Man.
Yes, he's so hungry. It'd be so funny if he was all chunky, just like Theodore. All right, Alvin, you're the one that's kind of a stinker, but he is pushing against me, so that's a good sign. Oh, there you go. Right to it. It's so nice this first feeding of the day because they're hungry. You need that hunger to be able to really encourage them to stick with you with the bottle. And then pretty soon I can just have 3 bottles and hold them out and they'll all drink from me, and I don't have to like cater to each one here. And come here. Simon from the beginning has been the best one. He's smart. You figured it out. You figured it out, huh? Okay, let's go be with mom. And drink the rest of your breakfast from mom. Come on. Come eat for mom too. There's only 2 teats though. Good luck. And now's where they get a little bit intense here on her udder. And so this is going to be tricky with 3 bucklings. We want to make sure that her udder doesn't get too damaged, so it's good that we're bottle training because we might have to wean them a little early here. Look at that. I gave them a good feeding and look, they're all just like, I know. You know what? Let's take Alvin away for a second and let, hey, just a second. Let them eat, okay? Then you can eat. Wait a second. How's that collar doing? All right, let's try after you've had access to mama. I don't know if you're gonna take this very well. Oh, good job. You remember last night us feeding you? They're not very good at eating that very first day, so they just have to give them little bits. Oh, you're so little. Let's try you. Come here.
Oh no, you're gonna be a pain. Look, your mom's right here. Look, your mom's right here. Your mom's right here, look. Your mom's right here.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's see if we can figure out what colors these girls are. Oh my, this one's a gold, full gold. I don't think she has one white spot on her.
Oh my gosh.
So she's a full gold.
And
she does have blue eyes.
whoa.
Gold with blue eyes. She's really pretty. It was hard to tell last night in the dark, but yeah. Don't focus on me, focus on the goat. She's little, but she's feisty. I'm not really worried about her. She's pretty. And then she's like, looks like a little deer because she has these little like fawn spots on her. hold on. Okay, just a second. Just a second. So Duchess is a Chamois, so they technically could be combos. What do you guys think? But she's pretty much gold with white spots. She has a little bit of that dorsal stripe, but not too strong. And a little bit of like shading on her legs, but nothing bad. And she's a screamer. She's a screamer.
Yeah.
This one is gold but has more white. She has like a whole, almost a whole white leg. And she has white spots. I know. Oh, we didn't check the eyes on them, but I'm pretty sure from last night. Yeah, she has yellow eyes. Let me check the sister. Yep, both yellow, brownish eyes, these two girls, and then the gold one has blue eyes. So we got some more gold, but they definitely have variation. Like we can definitely tell the difference between them. We've got the gold one with the blue eyes. We've got the kind of spotted fawn looking one, and then we've got the other one that has like more overlay of white. I think we don't necessarily have to do character colors.
Oh, that's right.
We could do something fun. So we have
3 girls.
I'll put up our list of names, of fun names here, and then I'll put up the list of some of my favorite registered names that I've gathered up.
Oh yeah, you have some good ones.
And I think all these 3 girls are going to be registered. We're calling her the runt, but she's really not that much smaller than the others. She's pretty feisty and strong and looks really nice, so I think she's going to go as a registered doeling as well. So we have 3 registered doelings, so we need registered names. Then we'll just associate a color with them, but you guys will be able to tell the difference because they have definite differences, and they look a lot different than this little troop of boys over here.
Yeah.
Look who just started jumping around. Good job, Theodore. I think he's gonna be good. The vet said just to keep watching him and to just see if he starts to act more lethargic, but he's eating a lot, he's pooping, he's just starting to play around. We have this little beam for them to climb on. So yeah, I think he's gonna do pretty good. I think he's gonna be okay. His eyes all better. Things are looking up for Mr. Theodore. He just ate a whole ton from his mom. He's good. Where's the other one? Oh, there you are. Found you. You're so cute. They're okay. Just got to come check on them real quick. They're okay. They don't need more food. Oh, she's such a good mom that she puts up with all this feeding. Oh, random chicken. What is that? What is that? Go get it. Get that chicken. Uh-oh, it's going in the stall. Looking for extra grain or somewhere to lay an egg. Oh my gosh, they're so cute.